Starts behind the eyes, goes behind the head.
I get their stress headaches. I get them right here.
My head is just getting tighter.
You're clenching your teeth.
My daughter does help contribute to my headache.
For fast relief of tough headache pain, now there's extra strength Tylenol gel tabs. All the power of extra strength Tylenol combined with innovative gelco technology. Nothing works faster.
It goes away really, really quick.
I feel clear-headed again.
Work fast for me.
Tylenol gel tabs, the newest form of powerful pain relief.
Works.
Presenting Bandit. Pound for pound, he uses more energy than most dogs twice his size. That's why we make Mighty Dog. It has the perfect balance of nutrients he needs. It makes your dog a Mighty Dog.
At your local True Value, finding someone to help you isn't a problem. Something that just can't be said of those enormous hardware warehouses. Find them, boys! This month at True Value, a twin pack of Red Devil Lifetime caulk is just $1.99. Our True Test True Seal waterproofing is just $4.98 a gallon. True Value. Help is just around the corner.
NBC's Sunday Night Movie will return following these messages.
Now the Martin Short press conference continues.
Yes.
I forgot what I was going to say. What's your question?
Martin Short comes to NBC Tuesdays this fall.
At Geo, we've thought a lot about safety. That's why Geo Prism comes with standard dual airbags and available anti-lock brakes. In addition, it's equipped with a rugged steel safety cage. You see, we not only want to make accidents easier to avoid, we also want to make them easier to walk away from.
Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know Geo Prism with over 100 standard safety features.
Want to spice up your summer? Win a week at the WMMR Taco Bell Beach House and a chance to win a trip to Cancun, Mexico. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Now open late. To register, just stop by any participating Taco Bell restaurant or send a postcard with your name, address, and daytime phone number to WMMR Taco Bell Beach House, P.O. Box 1767, Philadelphia, PA 19106. From the station that reaches the beaches, 93.3 WMMR.
How can we McSatisfy you?
Well, I really love McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Well, how about a double cheeseburger?
Ooh, can we add some greens and some reds?
Fresh lettuce and tomatoes? You got it. It's called the Daily Double.
Must be double the price.
Nope, just 99 cents.
Are you kidding?
Just 99 cents.
You know I really love fries, too.
Okay, and a Coke for just $2.99.
Now that's a work of art.
The 99-cent Daily Double. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Explosive secrets of clear and present danger on Entertainment Tonight.
Ernest Goes to Jail continues, starring Jim Varney.
Blindfold, monsieur?
No.
Cigarette?
No.
What do you want on your tombstone?
Pepperoni and cheese.
Tombstone pizza, Pierre!
What do you want on your tombstone? Real meat, real cheese. Much better tasting than pizzas made with imitation cheese. So what do you want on your tombstone?
Napkin?
No.
Looks like she's wearing fakes. But it's not. It's Forty's mascara.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. So sexy, it hurts.
The lash is so big, your everyone lash looks like 3.
I'm too sexy for my hat. What you think about
Lash is so big, you'll swear it's fake. But it's Forty's mascara from Ultima 2.
Sexy Toad is yours for just $12.50 with any Ultima 2 purchase at JCPenney.
I had a young couple from Sweden come into my store that was interested in buying a neon sign.
And mailboxes, etc. We can pretty much pack and ship anything.
The first question they asked me is, how do I get it home?
It was a very fragile item.
I made an instant decision to call mailboxes, etc. my buddy Norm.
The item arrived there with no problem whatsoever.
Norm's Norm. And he's just a cool guy.
Give me a break.
Depend on mailboxes, etc. It's not what we do, it's how we do it.
This month, you can go to McDonald's to check out the world's coolest cars. Not those cars, these cars. Or meet a bunch of cool new friends. Not those friends, these friends. Now kids can choose between a hip, hot, cool Barbie and Friends miniature with stylable hair or a tire-squealing, pavement-peeling new Hot Wheels car. One with each $1.99 hamburger Happy Meal you buy your kids. 8 of each to collect. Only at McDonald's. Not those McDonald's. This McDonald's.
You've made many friends on Thursday night. Now, meet Rachel.
It's like all of my life, everyone has always told me, you're a shoe. You're a shoe. You're a shoe. You're a shoe. What if I don't want to be a shoe? What if I want to be a purse? You know, or a hat? No, I don't want you to buy me a hat and say that I am a hat. It's a metaphor, Daddy.
You can see where you'd have trouble.
Friends, Thursdays this fall on NBC.
This week, TV Nation buys a royal title.
On your knees, buddy.
Will the Brits accept their new lord?
This card's good for one free drink.
TV Nation, NBC Tuesday.
This week on Today, the latest on the baseball strike.
Also, true stories of the Kennedy women, and in honor of Woodstock, Joe Cocker. So join us this week.
And see what a difference today makes.
The more you think about what getting an education gets you and what you miss getting hooked, the more you know that you really have no choice. And what do I mean by that? Well, you can do school or you can do drugs, but you really can't do both. Now, if you choose school, you get to go as far as your talents will take you. But if you choose drugs, you get to go nowhere and maybe get AIDS, get busted, even get killed in the bargain. So, you ask me, why didn't I say that in the first place? Why did I have to say it at all?
I'm going to be 150% honest with you people right now. I'm not even remotely sure this is a good idea, but we're going to do our best. All right. We're going to push through. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're doing well and having a fantastic New Year's. Happy New Year's to all. Hello. So I have both my champagne and my coffee. That's what kind of night this is. I may live through 2023. Here's to hoping. Cheers. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great New Year so far. Yes, this is not a stream for sober people. Just so you know, if you're sober, I mean, I hope you're enjoying it, but I wouldn't count on it. I definitely wouldn't count on it. Yeah, I have no idea what we're going to talk about tonight. I have no idea what we're going to do. I'm in rare form, so I might go on a rant, or we will just find something to watch, and but we'll just see how this goes. This is just for those of you who the party wound down and you're a little too wired to go to sleep, but you're a little too drunk to, just sit around and not do nothing. So we can all just sit around and not do nothing together until you guys are ready to pass out. And we're in the Eastern time zone, so I'm not expecting anybody. You guys, if you're in the West Coast right now or in England, you guys need to check your lives. Okay, there's something wrong with you. There's something definitely wrong with you if you're awake right now. Oh my God. That last toke off that joint just did me in. What's up, Down the Rabbit Hole News? Happy New Year. Yeah, we know, Cherry. We know. Oh my goodness gracious. The night is young. Listen to you. The night is young. I'm not young. Wow. So, some of you might be asking, why are you wearing sunglasses? The obvious answer is yes, I am quite inebriated. And two, because I just don't want you to see my eyes right now. And two, the future 2023 is beaming bright with tragedy pimping after this Idaho 4 case arrest. That's going to be a lot of, like, it's already starting. Like, it hasn't even, people are like, oh my God, thank goodness, closure. There's no closure yet. This guy has to get convicted. And he's already saying that he's innocent. So I posted this thing. Somebody explained it to me pretty well. So I guess he gets an appointed, I don't know for sure, but he gets an appointed public defender. And where he's at right now in fucking buttfuck Pennsylvania or whatever. And he gets an appointed lawyer there, and then when he comes here, he'll have the option to, I guess, get a lawyer. But I wonder if he can afford one. I mean, he's going to college. He's going to a university. He's been going for years. So that either means he's broke as fuck, or he's got family that might be willing to foot the bill for a good defense. Oh yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous all year. Like JLR, Bullhorn, Boob, they're all ready, and they don't even bother to even check themselves and realize, look at this fucking shit that this dude posted today. Look, see, now I done got started. I'm not even sure if this is what I want to share yet, but I'm just going to share his community tab with you guys. This is the one that got my attention. This is the one I was talking about. This is the mind of Jonathan Lee bitches. This is somebody who retweeted something. And I'm not sure who this David Berioka is. I'm pretty sure, if I had to guess, it was somebody who Jonathan Lee Riches was harassing and basically making false accusations to. So he goes out of his way to post this and basically retweet Brian Enton's post. And it says, arrest paperwork filed in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, shows 28-year-old Brian. What we already know. But the point of this is that he basically says, now kindly leave me alone. He's not even a dick about it. He just reposts it very respectfully. Now kindly leave me alone. This is somebody who I believe is being harassed. And I'm quite certain. Now, I'd have to look through his videos, but I don't really feel like doing that. But I'm sure this dude set some sort of narrative that this David gentleman was suspect in some way, just because he has some sort of connection to the case in some way, to the people involved in the case. And he says, what he says though here is what really gets me. His caption looks like David Berioka wants Brian Enton and others to leave him alone. That's not what that means. He was talking to you, JLR. That's not what that means, okay? What that means is Brian Enton reported that there was an arrest made, and now he's saying, now you can leave me the fuck alone and stop harassing me, and throwing crazy accusations at me, trying to contact me. Like, that's all he's saying. But he's saying Brian Enton, like, he goes out of his way to post this to try to twist this on Brian Enton, like Brian Enton did something wrong, which he didn't, clearly. I want to try something here. I want to try and see if what was the last video this dude did. Wow, he actually did a video on this. How many videos does this guy put out a day with his bullshit? That's insane. Look at this shit.
Recordings just got better. Okay, it's that local recordings are now available on StreamYard.
So this is the public Twitter account of David Barachoya. This is David Barachoya here on the left. He just made a few tweets within the last 24 hours, and I'll show you this one here.
Why did he say Barachoya? I don't see a Y in there. I don't see an I in there at the end. I mean, why did he say why did he say Barachoya? Like, I feel like he knows how to say it, but it's just being passive aggressive.
He said, I'll take all of your apologies here or in writing. So he wants people to apologize. And then people here are sending him replies. I wouldn't hold my breath waiting for those apologies, but you and many others deserve some. He said, obviously, I'm not actually expecting them. This is bigger than me. This is about the victims and their families. I just wanted to highlight the extra pain.
I love how he's the one making a video about these tweets when they're about him. Like, that's what I find hilarious. Like, what? Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Is he that delusional? I was actually watching something that was that was explaining how psychopaths work, right? And it's not that psychopaths don't feel remorse or guilt. It's that what they do is they're so fucking self-centered that they can't face the fact that they did something wrong instead of just realizing, oh shit, I got to learn not to do it, no matter how small the thing is. Well, you know, I got to fix this. I got to work on this. They don't do that. What they do is they run from it. And the way that they run from it is convince themselves that it didn't happen. And we're watching this dude actually like lay out the brickwork for him doing that right here. It's insane. Like it's just insane, like literally insane. It's not like, you know, the Miami Dolphins doing good this year is insane. Not like that kind of insane, like the real kind of insane. His kind of insane. Like if you put him on a lie detector and asked him, you know, if you're just projecting here, this is your way of deflecting and projecting your own behavior by making these videos and pointing and is that your way? And he would deny it. And he would pass the lie detector, even though we all can see it with our own eyes that that's what he's doing here. Let's play it from the beginning again.
David Barachoya. This is David Barachoya here on the left. He just made a few tweets within the last 24 hours, and I'll show you this one here. He said, I'll take all of your apologies here or in writing. So he wants people to apologize, and then people here are sending him.
This is his way of answering and clapping back, but he won't own up to it. That's what's really funny about it. That's what makes it so cowardly. Is that he's making this video basically to clap back at this guy because he knows that he's one of the people, if not the only person he's talking about. And yet he won't admit to anything. He's just targeting him again and making a video to bully him more. A bystander.
Him replies, I wouldn't hold my breath waiting for those apologies, but you and many others deserve some. He said, obviously, I'm not actually expecting them. This is bigger than me. This is about the victims and their families. I just wanted to highlight the extra pain that these true crime sleuths have brought to an already shattered community. So, you know, he, look at this. He retweeted this. I won't even say it. Right here, Brian Enton from News Nation is talking about the arrest of Brian Kohlberger, and David Barachoya says, now kindly leave me alone. Now, during this case, many people were speculating and throwing David's name out there. David is a member of Sigma Chi, the same fraternity that Ethan Chapin went to. In the beginning stages, David, he gave a statement here, right here, about, you know, about the Sigma Chi and, you know, about the situation. Vandal Strong, people were throwing his name out there saying they're part of it. Media was outside of Sigma Chi trying to interview Sigma Chi members. So he was put in the limelight, a lot of speculation his way, but now he's, you know, saying that he wants apology. I don't know if he's being sarcastic or he really thinks he will get an apology.
Wow.
Do you think David
Wow.
deserves an apology? Do you think these
let's go back a little bit here.
Member of Sigma Chi, the same for case? Many people were speculating.
Not many people. You did that and then spun a narrative. You guys see how behind I am right now? But JLR spun the narrative. He's responsible. And then here he tries to explain himself.
Speculating and throwing
this is him trying to justify his actions.
Name out there. David is a member of Sigma Chi, the same fraternity that Ethan Chapin went to. In the beginning stages, David, he gave a statement here, right here, about, you know, about the Sigma Chi and, you know, about the situation. Vandal Strong, people were throwing his name out there saying they're part of it. Media was outside.
You realize how shitty that is? I want y'all to think about this for a second. You realize how shitty it is that somebody who just lost somebody that they were close to, or even that they just knew, and they put up a lovely, respectful post in honor of their memory, and they were just killed in like the most horrific way, right? And now you can't do that. You literally cannot do that without, if it's in a high-profile case, without getting people like JLR to harass you. That is incredibly sad. That's incredibly sad. Can you imagine that? Just having to be there and be like, man, I really want to say something. And then you're afraid to express yourself in the most pure and innocent way to honor the memory of somebody that you love, that you just lost. And now you can't do it without knowing that you're going to get shit like that. And a lot of people, they don't care about true crime or nothing. You know what I mean? They just figure they could do that. And it's completely innocent, and it's lovely and nice at the same time. It's pleasant. And then out of nowhere, they get attacked by thousands and thousands of strangers, accused of being responsible for the thing that you're grieving over. Like, it's amazing that these people don't see this.
Side of Sigma Chi, trying to interview Sigma Chi members. So he was put in the limelight, a lot of speculation his way, but now he's, saying that he wants an apology. I don't know if he's being sarcastic or he really thinks he will get an apology. Do you think David deserves?
Why would you think that he's being sarcastic when asking for an apology after what you put this guy through? That action right there, just that little segment of that video right there, shows what a piece of shit, what a heartless, soulless piece of shit Jonathan Lee Riches is. That right there shows it. And just the history, like, all you got to do, this behavior is no different than the behavior from the Sandy Hook thing, from the Colorado Dark Knight Theater shooting thing. This behavior is no different. The only difference is it's low key in comparison. It's more low key. He's controlling this better now. But it's still the same psychotic, relentless, and lacking empathy type of behavior that you can imagine. It's sadistic. This guy's a fucking sadist. And what he does is he operates just within the boundaries of the law so that you can't do anything to him. Because if you get to the point that he's like subconsciously trying to do, if you get to that point, then he's going to cry victim. Because the only thing that's left to do is put your hands on this dude. And he knows it. And then he's going to cry victim, and then he's going to press charges against you, and he's going to use that for content. That's the kind of person this guy is. Hey, good Mal. Happy New Year, buddy. Dude, if you felt the way that I did the way that I do right now, you'd be wearing sunglasses too, my friend. I promise you that. Oh my goodness.
Deserves an apology. Do you think these Sigma Chi members, since they were
and he's trying to get approval from his audience. He's so He's sitting here like nobody sees through this. It's so crazy that his audience doesn't see through this. Like, this guy is the epitome of, like, I don't even want to compare him to a vagina, dude. Vaginas are fucking lovely, beautiful, strong things. You try squeezing a baby out of you. They're amazing things. This guy is not, it would be an insult to vaginas to call this guy one. This guy is I stick by it. I stick by it. He's a fucking bobbit stump. He's the little part that Lorena left behind. That's what he is. Doesn't even have a head. Terrible. Terrible. I mean, I don't know. Would I be like that? If I was a guy like him, would I act like him? You know what I mean? I mean, but you know what? If he didn't act like that, I wouldn't call him a dick stump. You know? I wouldn't call him that. So I guess like his personality just kind of like drapes over him, you know? And then all I see is dick stump when I see him. Like, and I don't understand how people don't see through this. He's just a fucking bully. He's a bully. A tiny little bully that anybody could physically take on and destroy. Anybody. Literally fucking any. If he got in a fight and just anybody from the crowd, somebody picked out of a hat, I'd put my money on them against that dude. I'd absolutely put my money on him. It wouldn't even matter who they were. What gender, what size, wouldn't matter. I would put money on the person JLR's fighting. Like, this is why. He does this because he's a spineless, useless sack of shit. And this is what his worth is. This is what this guy does with his time and calls it a fucking job.
Many of them were being scrutinized. Do you think they deserve or should get an apology? Or is it just people out there just trying to, pick their brains to try to get answers because of, people say, hey, the law enforcement gave lack of information and didn't. So a lot of people were in the unknown. Somebody said here, this Twitter account should apologize to your entire family. He posted your mom, sister, and aunt as suspects.
Yeah.
He posted addresses, images, essentially doxing your entire family. I wish he was sued for his baseless claims. And then David responds, can you send me screenshots of those, please? So David is speaking out now that this case, there's an arrest in the case.
I see what this is. I see what this is. This is intimidation. This is just intimidation. Now he's seeing that he's being threatened with legal action. And the funny thing about JLR is he does everything that he can to get legal action taken against him, yet he can't legally take any legal action against anyone else. That right has been taken away from him. He can't do it. If somebody were to take this dude to court, they can't fucking lose. Like, I wish, dude, any one of these people, like, I wish like 5 or 10 of them would come together and be like, we're taking JLR to court. Fuck that guy. We got to make an example out of this asshole. He's the one that needs to be made an example of legally. He's the one. Bullhorn Betty, she's just stupid. She follows his lead. But this is the guy that needs to be made an example of in the legal system as far as this tragedy pimping shit goes. Absolutely 100%. I mean, yeah, he is a fucking moron, but he's not. See, okay, if I were to sit here and try to talk law with like Ricada Law or Mystery Maven Esquire and talk like I knew what I was talking about, I would sound like a fucking moron. You know what I mean? But I could talk about certain things that I'm privy to, that I understand, and then I sound intelligent. What this guy understands is harassing people. And he's smart at getting away with it. You know what I mean? This guy loves to do what he's doing. This is his fucking thing. This is his existence, people. This is what he does with all his time. Look at how many fucking videos this guy put up. KB Investigates, thank you so much. Happy New Year. Look at how many fucking videos this guy put up. After I'm going to let this finish.
Will David continue to speak out? I don't know. I don't know if he continues to speak out. Do you think it hurts or
make no mistake, people? God, I wish every one of these people that this guy has harassed was listening to this right now. I really wish that. But make no fucking mistake. The reason why this guy does what he does is because he's a scared little bitch. That's all. He knows. He's so scared of consequences of his own actions that he compulsively can't resist doing. He's so scared of the consequences. And then it just perpetuates more content for him to do, like this video right here. This video right here is just him freaking out because they're talking about suing him. That's what he's scared of. He's counting on you to be like, he's not worth it. But he's scared, shitless of being sued because he can't do shit about it. He can't win. Like, it's a no fucking brainer. I wish to God, all these people, man, dear sweet baby Jesus, I wish that these people that he has harassed somehow come in contact with each other and come up with a plan to just fucking shut this asshole down. Like, seriously. Because here's my thing. I'm all about freedom of speech, but not when you're victimizing people. You know what I mean? And I won't do anything about it because I'm an individualist. So, but I would absolutely use my strengths of individualism, such as this platform, to encourage those victims to do something about it. But I will still respect if they choose not to. They have every right to just be like, I just want peace, man. You know, I want to move on from this bullshit and just forget it. Just glad it's over. And then I respect that just as much. The only reason that I would encourage them is to shut that asshole down. Make an example of him. Let the other tragedy pimps see what happens to you when you do what you're doing. But I'm telling you, people, 2023 is going to be a bright tragedy pimping year. It's going to be fucking burning you, bro. It's going to be so much, too much, just because of this one case. We got to wait for this asshole to go to trial. So there's still so much time for these people to fuck up this prosecution. There's so much time for it. Think about that. Think about that. Like, it's not going to happen. This trial's not going to happen till at least late 2023 or early 2024, according to Mystery Maven Esquire, her estimation. You know? So you're looking at a good year. A year of insane amounts of tragedy pimping going on in social media. People being victimized left and right for the sake of content. We're talking conspiracy theories. We're talking, because everybody already is still accomplice. Everybody's looking for an accomplice that wasn't there. I'm calling it right now. Do I know that for a fact? No, but I'm calling it. No accomplice. This guy works solo. This dude is a cocky, arrogant motherfucker that went solo for sure. You bring a partner on something like that, historically, it's a bad idea. All the way back to, what was that? What was that book? It's like the most famous true crime book, and I can't remember the name. Capote wrote it. What the fuck is the name of that book? Fucked up. Oh my God. But all the way back to then, it never works out. It never works out. Wasn't like the Hillside Strangler 2 guys? Something like that? I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, the dude worked alone. In cold blood. Thank you. Appreciate it. It was on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I don't. There's so when just based on that one little thing, based on the fact that people won't let the theory that there's an accomplice go, what that's going to do inevitably is victimize more innocent people, make their lives hell, because you got a bunch of people online making just spinning bullshit, and then you get the assholes that want to call their jobs and or show up to their jobs and blow bullhorns at them. So I'm telling y'all, 2023, it's going to be loud. It's going to be ugly. Yeah. LA Connection. Yeah, I read those one time. Somebody sent them to me. Actually, I think the first time I was talking about him, Burnt Toast was in my chat, and then that's when we first talked, because she was just dropping a lot of insight in the chat about what I was talking about, and I was talking about JLR, and then she jumped up on panel and she made me privy to all kinds of shit. All I had was the what do you call it? The Wikipedia thing. Or I don't know if it was the JLR stuff or the Bullhorn Betty stuff but she was on my panel and she was like sending me stuff in the private chat to share. And it was just all that shit. It was Bullhorn Betty throwing the white power symbol and JLR with the Make White America Great Again hat. I mean, the guy's a racist piece of shit and he's psychotic. Like, I don't understand why people follow him. I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. He is like an obvious menace, and nobody has done shit about this guy. No, I mean, I don't think anybody. I mean, that would be cool if he did, but you know, I'm not trying to tell other creators what to do and what to cover and what not to cover. I wouldn't do that. But I'm saying I wish that the victims of this guy would get together. All those that are falsely accused, or false narratives were spun, and they had to deal with bullshit in their lives. You know, I'd like to see them get together and take action and just, you know, put a stop to what this guy's doing. It's not fair that this guy gets to make a fucking living from getting donations to bully people. That's what he does. He lives off of donations because he records himself harassing people and making videos like this. Like, look.
Or helps his cause. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. I am covering the mob.
Look at how many fucking videos this guy has. Look. This first one, 57 minutes ago. This other one, 5 hours ago. This other one, 5 hours ago. This other one, 8 hours ago. This other one, 9 hours ago. This other one, 10 hours ago. 12 hours ago. 13 hours ago. The one I just played, 16 hours ago. 1 day 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 ago. I mean,
so this is coming out of.
It's crazy, dude. This guy has all of the traits of psychopathy. You'd have to be blind not to see it. That dude is clearly obsessed. And yet none of the content that he puts out ever is productive. It's never insightful. It's all just speculative bullshit on rumors that he makes up. That's all it is. And he does it 20 times a day. I've never seen anybody, dude. I've never seen that before in my life. And yet nobody his followers for some reason either encourage this and don't even reach out to him and ask him to get help. Like, I get if you're subscribed to him because you're in mental, you're in mental health in some way, shape, or form. That's your job. And so you're fascinated by watching him. I get that. But if you like the guy and you see that, then reach out and I mean, it wouldn't do anything, I don't think, if I'm being honest. People like that, you can't talk to them. You can't get through to them. Welcome, KB Investigates. Thank you. That's the thing, is he has absolutely no consequences for his actions. He actually is rewarded for these actions. And all this does is encourage him to escalate. That's all it does. Somebody's going to get hurt seriously by this guy in some way. This dude is going to hurt somebody in some way devastatingly. And it won't be in a physical way. It'll be in some way of sabotage to their lives. And he's going to get away with it. And it's going to destroy somebody's life. I mean, the more content that this dude puts out, yeah. So 2023, JLR, it's you and me, buddy. Just saying. It's you and me, homie. I hope you're ready. Let's see. Look at, I mean, dude, these are all Brian Koberger videos. Like all of these. Look at this guy.
TubeBuddy helps your YouTube videos get seen. Sure wish it could also help me find my TV remote. What is it?
Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. I do think
Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. Look at this guy, bro.
PD is keeping this case a secret. A secret. They're trying to not talk about this case publicly. And I think I found a clue why they are trying to keep this case a secret. It has something to do with Sigma Chi. We've been hearing.
Dude, you know what this guy looks like to me, dude? Like, seriously. Like, what I think of when I look at this guy, I feel like he's unidentified genitalia. Like, it's not male, female. It's like some mutated form of human that has not, that evolution has not developed yet, and it's just genitalia, you know. There's no what kind it is. Was that Justice Happy New Year's? Will hold him accountable in 20. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, dude. Look at him. Tell me if you're ever gonna unsee that, people. Tell me you're ever going to unsee that. All right. Tell me you're ever going to look at this guy and go, fucking unidentified genitalia. Genitalia that has not been discovered on a species that has not been discovered yet. It's like its own genitalia. Weird. Like, he's not a dick. He's not a vagina. But it's definitely genitalia. You know what I mean? Like, it's not listed, but it's it's most definitely genitalia. I don't know What kind? I don't know what to name it. I don't know what to do with this thought. Like, I feel like I've seen the genitalia before, but I know I haven't. Maybe in my dreams. You know how you could dream of, like, in your dreams you could visit different universes and different dimensions and different, you know, existences. You know what I mean? But I feel like in one of those dreams that I don't remember, I saw this genitalia. That's all I'm saying.
We've been hearing a lot about Sigma Chi.
Why is he
fraternity.
whispering?
Is anyone in that fraternity involved with the 4 stabbings? 4 college students brutally stabbed inside a home in Moscow, Idaho, during the early morning hours of November 13th.
Is he scared he's gonna wake up his grandma? What the fuck is he talking like that for?
2022. I want to share something with you. I want to share tax records with you, public tax records. And
Oh no, you did not.
So this is an app I use called Land Glide.
I'm so mad I didn't think of that. Genitalia. It's just the simpleness of it, you know. Genitalia.
And you can take it and put in any address and it'll tell you who owns the address based off tax records. Now, I just want to show you something very interesting. Let's first start at the King Road address right here. Bam. So this is where the stabbings occurred. The owner of the home, 1122 King LLC. That's who owns the property. And you see the other homes around, 118, 1126 King. These actually properties are all owned by the same individual, Dan Esty, who operates these LLCs. But I want to show you something.
Yeah, he must have killed somebody, huh? Because he's successful. Because he invested in real estate. Man, that's dumb. That's a dead giveaway for a killer.
About Sigma Chi, right? Sigma Chi, this is Sigma Chi. This is the frat house that Ethan and Xana went to into the evening of the 12th, possibly into the 13th, before the stabbings happened that during those early morning hours. Sigma Chi is not its own, it doesn't own its own property. The property belongs to the University of Idaho. This is who owns the property. It's not Sigma Chi.
Yeah, that's because it's a fucking fraternity of the school. Of course they own it. Of course the school owns it. What are you talking about?
So when you're dealing with this investigation, you're dealing with search warrants and whatnot that authorities are doing, or maybe they're not even doing any search warrants. We don't know. Sigma Chi here is actually owned by the University of...
We don't know. Because search warrants have everything to do with what the fuck I'm talking about right now, even though I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now.
Idaho. That is their property. It's not... Sigma Chi does not own their own property. So the University of Idaho is where authorities would have to get search warrants. And, you know, whether the University of Idaho is cooperating or not, I don't know. And just to show you something,
you don't know anything.
This is called Greek Road. This is where all these sororities and fraternities are. This is where Jack DeCour's fraternity, Beta Theta Pi, or Beta Theta Phi. I don't know if you say Phi or Pi, but it's not owned by the University of Idaho.
Who cares? What are you talking about, dude?
It's not owned by the University of Idaho. It's actually owned by a trust called the Peters Trust Co. of Moscow, ID Beta Theta Pi. And we'll just look down here. This is the sorority that Kaylee went to. It's not owned by the University of Idaho. It's owned by its own private
Killing
people.
me, bro.
Pi Sigma RHO. This I went to is authorities have to get search warrants.
It's amazing to me, dude. Let's see what he says about this dude. Okay. Now, you see the clickbait here? He's saying jailhouse phone call. Are we? You think
Want
we're
a
going to hear
job
that?
I don't hate.
Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. Brian Koberger currently sits
I can't
in
take
the
this guy seriously at
Monroe
all.
County Correctional Center in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. I'm going to play to you all a jail conversation I had with the facility about Brian. This is worth listening to.
A jailhouse conversation, people. A jailhouse conversation that he had with the facility, the jailhouse facility. I called the front desk and had a jailhouse conversation with the front desk, people. That's what I do. Investigates. Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. I got to hear that one more time.
Correctional Center in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. I'm going to play to you all a jail conversation I had with the facility about Brian. This
with
is
the
worth
facility.
listening to. Check this out, and then we will discuss
this
afterward.
Gold.
Monroe County Correctional.
Hi, how are you? I wanted to get visiting.
Watch, this lady's probably gonna be like, I'm sorry, sir, I don't have that information. I can direct you to somebody who might have that information, but I'm not at liberty to disclose that information, or I just don't have that information. Watch.
Visiting schedule, visiting day for an inmate there.
His last name?
Kohlberger, Kohberger.
Okay, he's not going to have visitation for quite some time. He's going to be quarantined. He's a brand new inmate.
Oh, is that what normally happens with new inmates?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when will he be out of, how long does somebody be in quarantine for?
Well, it's a minimum of 7 days. And I don't know all of his other stuff, so
you see how
than
defensive she was? You imagine how many fucking phone calls this lady gets a day because of this asshole? Can you imagine? Think about how many phone calls that this lady has to fucking endure at work listening to this guy's name with stupid fucking questions. Her whole shift, guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's like when you work somewhere and it's like the day before Christmas Eve and then like all day long, hey, are you guys open tomorrow? You guys open tomorrow? Yeah, I was just calling to see what your hours are tomorrow. It's fucking maddening, dude. I feel so bad. Like, anybody who doesn't think of that like that is a fucking asshole. I'm sorry, you are. I'm sorry. Like, if you don't think of things in terms of how much it sucks for you to be at work, you know what I mean? Like, can you think about what it is for that lady to be at fucking work? Seriously, that is one example that will solidify the answer if you've ever asked yourself, am I a fucking asshole? And if that's you, who doesn't fucking consider that other person the way you expect everybody to consider you all day when you're at your shitty job, well, then you're a fucking asshole. Jonathan Lee Riches is a prime example of a fucking ass. This is one grain of rice in the bowl of how much JLR, of examples of how JLR is a fucking asshole.
Longer than that.
But once he clears quarantine, can he get visits?
That's going to be dependent upon a lot of factors.
Like what? Like what in particular?
Well, how about this, sir?
Trolling
I'm
this
going
lady.
to have you call back and speak with somebody in administration.
You see how he tried to bully her right there? Like, watch.
Doing regular business,
His tone changes.
Dependent upon, it could be longer than that.
But once he clears quarantine, can he get visits?
That's going to be dependent upon a lot of factors.
Like what? Like what in particular?
Well, how about this, sir? I'm going to have you
What a
call
dick.
back and speak with somebody in administration during regular business hours.
Like
Mm-hmm.
he
This
can't
particular inmate.
even do what he's doing without it sounding like a crank call. Like it sounds like somebody fucking around and just giving this lady shit. You know what I mean? For the sake of doing it. That's what that sounds like. He can't even do that. Like this guy actually seriously, like, think about that for a second. What this guy does in his mind, seriously, and what he considers his job and what he thinks he's like getting shit done and solving crimes in his mind, that's how he perceives what he's actually doing, which is prank calling people. And he doesn't even know that he's doing it. But it has all the makings of a prank call, except there's a malicious end to it. Like if I prank call somebody, it's not malicious. It's just, I mean, I haven't done it in a long time, but prank calling, as long as you're not like mean and making that person's life horrible, they can appreciate a good joke. And you're good at what you do. You know what I mean? To where you're actually not victimizing somebody. It's but what this guy does is he does those things where he just keeps them on the phone. And then there's this air of maliciousness to it. There's this air of malice. It's so like disturbing because you can hear it in her voice that she can sense that this guy gives off a bad vibe. She senses this dude's vibe. Like she can feel it over the phone.
Because of why, the reason he's here. They are having us refer that. And since I don't know who you are and why particularly you are calling and asking questions, I'm just going to refer you to administration.
See?
So feel free to call back during normal business hours, 8 to 4, and speak with Warden
He
Hyder.
fucked himself up because he got nasty with her.
Warden who?
Heidel.
Warden Heidel. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye. So there you have it, folks.
There you have it,
Brian
folks.
Can't get visitors right now.
There you have it, folks. There's no fucking point because why does it fucking matter that Brian can't get visitors right now? It doesn't. But I just wanted to record me prank calling the jail and harassing someone. And here I am making a video showing it off. Because this is what I do with my day.
Right now, there's a process he has to go through. I doubt he will get any visitors. It's safe to assume that he'll probably be in isolation the entire time he hasn't.
Wait, do you think that he's going to let you visit him and interview him? Is that what this is all alluding to? Is that what this is? John Atalia? Is that what's going on here? You actually think that this dude is going to grant you an interview? The delusion that these people have is what I find the most fascinating. The delusional aspects of their minds, like him and BHB, they get along because they have this same trait. They're both completely and totally delusional, as well as completely and totally adamant in holding on to their delusions and believing their delusions. And they vibe off of each other with this trait that they have in common. This is the one solitary thing that sums up all the things that they have in common. That's all you have to do. You just sum that up. All the other stuff is all part of that. You know what I mean? Being malicious, being shitty, the entitlement, all of that stuff is all just ingredients. Ingredients of that make up their delusion and psychopathy.
Hearing coming up, I believe, for extradition, or maybe he waived it where he doesn't have a hearing, but he is most likely headed back to Idaho. He's being held in the Monroe County Correctional Center without bond, no way to bond out. According to his public defender that was in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, he stated on the record, he is on the way back. Brian is on the way back. Wanted to provide you some insight. I got more videos coming out. So
why don't his parents do anything about this? Like, he lives with them, right? So why do his parents just let him, you know? I mean, I know he sued him. I know they're not scared of him suing them. You know, he can't. And okay, maybe it just simply boils down to, hey, you know, he's our son and we love him, and you know, fuck, if this is the worst that he's doing, you know, he could be out there shooting people. After all that Sandy Hook shit, we thought he might. You know what I mean? Like, that could be the case. If I had to guess, I'd probably say that's what it was. Something that simple. Hey, you know, he's our son. We love him. Fuck it. You know what I mean? As long as he keeps quiet here, you know, I mean, because it's just so funny. Like, he can't even resist doing the video. Like, just like make one video a day, dude. You have to make 10 of them. That's really, really crazy. You know, and not to fault somebody for being productive, but if these videos were productive, if they actually like were informative with facts, with factual information, or at least some decent insight on facts, you know, okay, cool, dude. Yeah, knock out fucking 100 videos a day if you can do that. But this is when the content that he puts out is like a child playing with a video camera. That's what he reminds me of. He literally right now looks and sounds like a 7-year-old kid who's playing with a video camera and playing and fantasizing. That's probably why his parents are like, whatever, dude. Yeah, you want to play reporter? Cool. That's what he's doing. But he literally looks and sounds like maybe a 10-year-old. I'll even go 12. But yeah, he's playing make-believe reporter with a toy camera is what he's doing. Insane, man. JLR, we're going to have a fun year, buddy. I'm going to call it, guys. Try to play a little Call of Duty. But I hope you guys have an amazing new year. I hope you had a great time tonight. This was definitely fun. I didn't know what I was going to talk about when I came on here. I was like, you know what's fun? You know what you never do if you can help it is get on YouTube drunk. But the one day that it's totally okay to do that is when everybody else is drunk too. That's how I saw it. So I was like, everybody's going to be drunk. You know, even people who don't drink are going to be drinking, you know, not people in recovery or anything like that, but people who just don't normally drink. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, drunk stream. And I got the card. I've got the hall pass for that to be okay. The one day of the year, because nobody can judge me for it. Oh my God. But yeah, guys, I love you guys very much. I had a great time tonight, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.